It begins without a sound, a whisper deep beneath our feet. It's a secret language spoken by the earth itself. In the Philippines, this secret is passed down through generations. It's a part of the national consciousness, an awareness that the ground beneath is not always to be trusted. Life unfolds under a constant unspoken threat, a shadow that stretches across sunny days. The ground is a restless mosaic, a puzzle of tectonic plates constantly shifting. These colossal pieces grind, pushing against each other with immense force. Then without warning that tension breaks, the Earth's pent-up energy unleashed in a sudden violent burst. The Earth becomes a violent, shuddering chaos, a terrifying dance of destruction. This is the reality of living in a land where the planet is eternally restless. The fear is a quiet companion woven into daily life. Children practice earthquake drills, learning to duck, cover and hold on, preparing for a reality that could strike at any time. A small gesture against a force that can topple buildings. The unpredictability is the worst part. The not knowing when, where, or how strong the next tremor will be. Every Filipino has a story, a personal encounter with the Earth's raw power. We learn to read the signs, to interpret the subtle cues that the Earth provides. This is the psychological toll of living on a fault line, the constant low-level anxiety that permeates daily life. On the surface, life is vibrant and resilient. The beauty of the Philippines comes at a price, a trade-off between paradise and peril. The unseen tremor is a constant presence, a subtle reminder of the Earth's power. We live with this knowledge, balancing joy and anxiety, embracing life while acknowledging its fragility. It shapes our culture, influencing our traditions and beliefs, our stories, passed down through generations. Is both a curse and a call to endure, to find strength in the face of adversity. We adapt, we hope, and we carry on, finding joy in the present moment while preparing for an uncertain future. The tremor may be unseen, but its presence is always felt. The Philippines' tremors are part of a global story. The Pacific Ocean hides a massive tectonic plate in constant motion. This drives the Pacific Ring of Fire. It's a zone of volcanic eruptions and earthquakes. The Philippine Archipelago sits within this fiery embrace. The Philippine Sea Plate pushes westward, diving beneath the islands in subduction. The Eurasian Plate pushes eastward, adding pressure. 90% of the world's earthquakes occur along the Ring of Fire. More than half the world's active volcanoes are here. Phivolcs records 20 earthquakes a day. Seismic activity is the norm. This geography is a double-edged sword. Tectonic forces create fertile soil and mineral deposits. We live in a land of beauty, shaped by geological forces. The Ring of Fire gives and takes away. We are the children of this ring, bound to its nature. In the Philippines, the Earth's fire is an ever-present reality. The Philippine Archipelago is a mosaic, crisscrossed by active faults. These deep fractures are where the Earth breaks, fault lines that define our landscape. The Philippine Fault Zone, stretching over 1,200 kilometers, is the country's main artery of disaster. It slices through provinces and cities, capable of generating devastating earthquakes. To the west, the Manila Trench lurks, a subduction zone that could trigger massive quakes and tsunamis. The Marikina Valley fault system cuts through Metro Manila, threatening millions. Countless smaller faults riddle the islands, making nowhere truly safe. When tectonic pressure builds, it can be released anywhere at any time. The land is fractured and the danger is ever present. The Philippines' history is marked by moments etched in time when the Earth became the enemy, a powerful and relentless force. These events serve as stark reminders of nature's raw power. July 16, 1990, a date forever imprinted in the nation's collective consciousness. A magnitude 7.8 earthquake ripped through Luzon, shaking the very foundations of the island. In Baguio, buildings collapsed like houses of cards, reduced to rubble in mere seconds. Hundreds were trapped beneath the debris, their fates hanging in the balance as rescue teams raced against time. The quake claimed over 1,600 lives, a devastating loss that left countless families shattered. It left a trail of destruction that stretched across the landscape. A grim reminder of the earthquake's immense power. October 15, 2013, another day of reckoning for the Philippines. Bohol was struck by a magnitude 7.2 quake, unleashing its fury upon the island and its people. This quake originated from a previously unknown fault, a hidden danger lurking beneath the surface. The ground lifted and shifted, reshaping the landscape in dramatic and unexpected ways. Heritage churches, symbols of faith and history, crumbled under the force of the earthquake. Landslides scarred the Chocolate Hills, forever altering the iconic landscape. Roads split and buckled, rendering them impassable and disrupting transportation networks. Bridges fell, severing vital connections between communities and hindering rescue efforts. Communities were isolated, cut off from the outside world and struggling to cope with the aftermath. Even faults not yet on the map, hidden beneath the surface, can awaken with deadly force, reminding us of the ever-present threat. These events are not just statistics. They represent real lives, real families, and real tragedies. They are stories of ordinary days turned into nightmares, forever changing the lives of those affected. They warn us of what can happen, serving as a call to action for greater preparedness and resilience. When the ground decides to move, the consequences can be devastating, highlighting the importance of understanding seismic activity. The trauma lingers in the hearts and minds of survivors, a constant reminder of the fragility of life. Shaping how we live and remember, these events become part of our collective memory, influencing our actions and decisions. The Earth's fury is never far from memory, a constant reminder of the need for vigilance and preparedness in the face of natural disasters. The violence of an earthquake is only the beginning. When the shaking stops, a new reality sets in. Homes gone, livelihoods vanished, infrastructure is severed, isolating communities. Survivors search for loved ones, tend to the injured, and salvage what they can. The psychological trauma is profound. Aftershocks bring no rest. Children have nightmares, adults grapple with helplessness. The first priority is rescue, then the challenge of providing food, water, and shelter. Evacuation centers fill, and disease risk rises. Rebuilding is slow, not just homes, but trust in the ground itself. The scars on the land mirror those in the survivors. Recovery is a long, uncertain journey. The landscape of loss is both physical and emotional. Knowledge is our greatest weapon against earthquakes. FIVOLCs, scientists monitor the nation's restless geology, detecting and measuring every tremor. They can't predict the exact time or place, but they forecast risk, create hazard maps, and guide land use. Public education is key. Drills, intensity scales, and rapid information help save lives. Science is translated into practical advice for everyone. New technologies, GPS, fault trenching, international collaboration, drive understanding forward. Every insight is a tool to mitigate disaster. The quest for preparedness never stops. In the face of nature's power, science is our shield. Knowing the danger is one thing, preparing for it is another. The National Structural Code of the Philippines is a blueprint for survival. Buildings must be designed to sway, not shatter, using reinforced concrete, strong connections, and sometimes base isolation. But codes are only as strong as their enforcement. Older buildings built before modern standards are vulnerable. Retrofitting is costly and often neglected. Urban planning must avoid high-risk zones and ensure lifelines are resilient. Open spaces serve as evacuation areas. Building for earthquakes requires strong laws, smart engineering, and collective commitment. Safety must come before convenience or cost. In the Philippines, permanence is an illusion. Yet Filipinos do not live in fear, they cultivate resilience. Bayanihan, the spirit of community, shines after disaster. Neighbors become first responders, sharing what little they have. Faith provides comfort and hope, filling churches with prayers after tragedy. This spiritual resilience helps people endure and rebuild. Life goes on. Laughter returns, fiestas are celebrated, and families grow. The Filipino spirit is not about denying danger, but choosing to live fully despite it. Hope, faith, and community are unbreakable. The islands may tremble, but the people endure. They are forged in tremors, and their spirit stands strong.